What are the hidden signs of trauma in teenagers? I'm a child therapist, and with the increased independence that comes with being a teenager, there also brings an increased risk for danger. So here's 4 signs to look out for to see if your teenager has been traumatized. So, one is self destructive behaviors that can look like drinking, drug use, disordered eating, risky sexual behaviors, self harm, suicidal ideation, or it could be simply hanging out with more bad influences or shoplifting or vandalism. 2 is self neglect. So you are drifting further and further away from your own values and morals and goals, and you're more susceptible to peer pressure, or you might not be taking care of yourself as much as usual. Although that can be difficult to determine with teenagers since they're pretty inconsistent with self care as it is. So, 3 is dissociation. So they may seem spacey or zoned out, and this can often look like derealization or depersonalization. So, derealization often looks like you're in a dream or a video game. Reality does not feel real to you sometimes. And depersonalization is where you don't feel real. You may feel like someone else has control over your body or your limbs, or you may feel disconnected or distorted. And 4 is impaired executive functioning. So that involves concentration, motivation, organization, planning, impulse control. So grades may be dropping, maybe getting in trouble more at home or at school. So, what can parents do about this? And it can be really tricky with teens because they're at a stage of development where they're exploring and building an identity outside of the home, away from parental influences. So, as much as possible, surround them with positive influences and activities that will help them build a positive sense of self and helping them to take responsibility for their behaviors as much as possible and not taking things so personally if they lash out at you. As much as it's a complicated time parenting a teenager, think about how complicated it is for them. On the one hand, they want the freedom of being a grown up and having the privileges that come along with it, but also wanting the lack of responsibilities and the safety of childhood. And to think about how lucky they are to have such a safe and loving environment to come home to.